Lorenzo is presence in the ether and will join us by audio, if nothing else, as soon as he can.
It's writing right now.
Oh, excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, you are our liaison to him and can conduct all the back and forth. So, as I recall, as we look at this somewhat especially ruined area of the former mosque in the House of Wisdom, to remind you of your situation, you're in this ruins of the House of Wisdom, and you are very much outside at the moment. There is no ceiling or any kind of walls to speak of near you because this area was particularly targeted by former destroyers of this area. So that all that remains of what used to be a very nice mosque is really just this trampled patio and the well, this rather substantial circular hole, and not like a pit that was dug, but an actual constructed, you know, that's why I want to call it a well rather than a hole. However, it also has the forbidding, terrifying qualities of any hole in the ground in this game. So, present, but not in immediate connection with you, are the various lepers who have been walking around on the walls at the outer portion of the structures here. And then over behind you, or rather some distance away back beyond where you had left, out there in the rubble where there are a number of standing walls and other beat up structures, you can hear the horsemen careening up and down and screams of occasional people. They've discovered that it is easy and fun to go and slay people running around the ruins. It is hard for them to systematically slaughter them all at once because it is uneven ground and lots of little walls and stuff like that. So, but there is carnage and violence happening not very far away from you. You don't know how long it will be before the horsemen return. One of them was wounded by an arrow shot by one of you, but that's all. Now the other individual, of course, is this strange, very large, obviously deeply diseased person who is babbling or pontificating religious doctrine, or at least some kind of what they consider to be worshipful talk. Kneeling in front of him is your very own companion, who was one of the people who instigated this journey in the first place. The two people most responsible for you all being here are your cleric and also your specialist. So the cleric for purpose and the specialist for knowledge of their terrain and also of the potential rewards. Now, the cleric, as I say, is kneeling in front of him and appears to be interested in the what the fellow is saying. Several of the rest of you were, as I recall, in a state of some horror and shock and revulsion and fear about the entire situation. And then finally, I believe, Sean, that your character was starting to lurk closer to the well as much as you could.
Right.
To answer you about that, nobody is stopping you.
Okay.
So you are free to peer down or otherwise, you know, look, interestedly there.
Then Ishmael will do that. He will.
So there's you doing that. Ibars, I also believe that you were attempting to do some looking about, some checking
Yep.
around. Okay, good. And now I'd like to get some statements from people as to what they may or may not want to do, or what they may want to do. We have a certain roll or lag or freedom of action on the player character's parts.
So from my point of view, what I was doing, I was listening to this sanctimonious leper speak. I guess that's the word that I would use. And my character Elias was very upset by what he was hearing, and he already had been shook by hearing his name several times, while he didn't expect to be recognized at all by half crazed infected people of all things.
Mhm.
And so as to what I would be doing in the moment, I guess kind of a decision paralysis sort of thing, where I'm waiting for, I don't want to kill this person, but I'm also disturbed enough that I will do it if the situation doesn't.
Excellent. Right now, I'm looking for specific actions, and standing in some shock and indecision is a perfectly good action.
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah, I'm still in defensive mode after receiving that pretty bad slash.
Right.
I'm not immediately concerned about this guy making a physical move towards me. So I think I'll just be in that basic, I forget what it is called. Yeah, there's the defensive stance, just in case anyone comes at me. I'm looking for ambushes from above.
Good plan.
Because it seems like the situation on the ground is stable. I just want to see if anyone up on the eye line is planning something weird.
You will note that there is a certain amount of congregation of people. You know that people were walking around on those outer walls. Ibars, is your character launching into action concretely?
I'm just trying to move along with the priest.
I see. Okay. And then Sean, you're sneaking at the pit. And Eric's in defensive. Claudio's character is busy, twitching nervously and looking, around. And Greg, I believe that you are more or less the center of attention. So what is it that Greg's character does?
I'm asking question to the guy. So
Yes.
I have a few questions to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask?
Greg, tell me what your character does.
Okay, I'm asking to. So you hear me? Huh? So I'm still ahead of the guy. I would just excuse myself, and I'm saying, I have questions. Can you answer me?
He's simply gazing, or rather, he has no eyes. He makes neither a positive nor negative response.
What should I do?
So with that, yeah, he will extend his hand, which is only ends with a single finger and a thumb, and no other digits. He extends the hands toward you, and if you don't object, or rather, unless you do something to stop it, he will actually begin to I'm not saying he's grabbing you forcefully, but he will put his hand on you and lead to walk, and he's going to be walking. Well, I guess it's just going to have to be. He's going to be walking toward and into the well. There's very. It is possible to descend into it. I'm not going to say they are stairs in any really great way. It's not, but it is possible to make your way down past the point where natural light penetrates.
What is the abomination down there? Tell me more.
No, the spawn of Satan. Evil. Evil was here. They studied evil here. They studied. They opens ways that are offensive in the sight of God, and we will assure.
And who are you? What is your role?
He says all those questions mean nothing now. There is no who anymore.
I need to rest and to wash myself. How many times do we have now?
He says, all will be, all will be cleansed. All will be clean. All will be pure.
Don't touch me, and I push him.
Aha, at last. Okay, kind of curious about that. I want you to save versus poison now.
Sorry, Ron, what just happened there? What action was taken?
The big leper tried to lead Greg's character into the well, and she has finally decided that getting personal, intimate, and friendly with this character has just finally reached her limits. However, she did make contact with him, and therefore she is saving against poison.
So is it magic or no?
No, poison is a
poison
saving throw.
You have a saving throw.
My wisdom bonus.
In this case, yes, it is mundane. That's correct. Oh, that's right. He was asking to figure out what bonus it was. Right.
And I have to roll higher.
You have to roll that number or higher.
Yes.
So I missed.
Okay. Well. Good enough. Now we know. Let's continue now with what's happening with the other characters. If you could find out what Lorenzo's character is up to, just in case it's something.
Lorenzo said that he's keeping a close eye on Ibar's character.
Oh, I see.
Because he knows where the coins are.
Right. Excellent. Good plan. And so, Ibar's, I'm sad to say, there's only one real candidate for where anything valuable might be.
It is down the train, right?
There you go.
It is down the pitch, right?
Yeah. So
Can you guys hear me?
And then finally, it's Sean's character, I think, and Ibar's character, who I'm most interested in. Please roll, and you have, I don't know if this is legal by the rules, but you have a 1 in 6 chance by the rules, and I believe for Ibar's character it's 2 out of 6, unless he can correct me. But I will increase that by 1 for each of you, because this is not exactly not exactly hard.
What are the rolling?
You are rolling a 1 die 6. Tell me if you get a 1, 2, or a 3.
I rolled a 6.
And Sean got a 2. But that's good.
2.
Yeah, that's fine. So what that means is that something big is slithering up now.